Hello everybody, so you've had the top 10 worst movies of 2015, now it's time for the best. Let me talk about some quick things with this list. Now, last year I did movies that I'd seen in New York, that's why Whiplash and Birdman were on my list last year, even though they had been released in the UK this year, but that's why they're on there. This year, mentions, Whiplash is still my mentions because it did get released in the UK, and I just have to mention that film because that film is amazing. But it was on my top 10 last year, that's why it's on the top 10 this year. And there's also some other little mentions, like John Wick is here in the mentions again this year because it got released in the UK this year. But that's pretty much it. And there is one movie on my top 10 that got released in America this year. I saw it this year, but it doesn't come out in the UK till February, but I break the rules with my list, and that's the way we're going. Let's do the mentions quickly first. We've got Dope, the Peanuts movie, Sicario, Big Hero 6, because it got released in the UK this year, but it was released in America last year, but I love that film. Shaun the Sheep movie, White God, X+Y, the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, Mummy, Turbo Kid, Straight Outta Compton, Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, Krampus, and Furious 7. That is my mentions. And now let's go on to the top 10. In at number 10 is a movie that I really, really, really didn't expect to be on this list. I hated the trailer. Didn't hate it, just it didn't make me laugh. Then I saw the movie and was so surprised. That is Trainwreck. Trainwreck is in at number 10. This is one of the biggest surprises to me this year. Amy Schumer, like, she really, really surprised me. And this film has a lot of emotion, some really, really funny moments. It's definitely a Judd Apatow film as well, because you can tell from some moments in it. And I was really, really surprised, and the ending is just so much fun. It is hilarious, it is beautiful, it shows you through all the different things with relationships. It's very real, shows relationships with parents and that as well, and with siblings, but it's a beautiful film as well, and I just loved it, and that's why Trainwreck's in at number 10, one that I really, really didn't expect to be in at number 10. In at number 9 is the best Marvel movie of this year. That's AntMan, not Avengers Age of Ultron, AntMan. Paul Rudd did an amazing job with AntMan and being Ant-Man. I know Edgar Wright was meant to direct this film, and then there were some problems here. I know what the problem is. I can tell what it is when it's filmed. One of the things that is shoehorned into the film, one of the things that I do not like about the film, but I love everything else about it. It is so obscure at moments. It is so stupid and so over the top. Michael Pena is just amazing with the first time he speaks, and it goes through all this high stuff, and it's so amazing, and he's just hilarious in it. Saying amazing about all these films, but Ant-Man was just such a big surprise to me. It was Marvel taking a risk and doing something incredible that was so silly but hilarious. And the Thomas the Tank Engine gag is one of the best things I saw in a film this year that had me laughing a lot in the cinema. And I can't wait to see more of Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. That is number 9. In at number 8 is one of my favourite horrors of the year, one of my favourite anthology movies that is pretty much on the same level as Trick or Treat now. Tales of Halloween. Some people right now are going to be like, hey Lou, that film has a 5.4 on IMDb. I don't understand that. It's certified fresh from Rotten Tomatoes. It was just such a fun, silly, over-the-top Halloween anthology. I love Halloween, and this just got everything so right and was perfect with every single thing that it did. In at number 7 is the movie that doesn't come out in the UK until February next year. This should have been an October movie and should have got released in the UK this year, but I did see it at London Film Festival. It came out in America in October. That's why I'm putting it on this list. Goosebumps is exactly what I wanted. I do not have any bad things to say about this movie. I loved every moment of it. Jack Black as R.L. Stine is amazing. The special effects are great. The werewolf is a bit off, but everything else was just so fun about it. It's everything that I loved about Goosebumps books, and they don't just try and throw in all this crap. They put in the main books that you remember, but then put in all the books, like the other books that maybe you didn't remember, but then when you see them in the film, you're like, hey, they put that in there, and hey, they put that in there, and it's just, they put in so much stuff, but it isn't overflown with all the books and has the right amount, and is one of the funniest films that I've seen this year as well. I loved Goosebumps, and that is why it is number 7. In at number 6 is the better Pixar movie of this year, because I hated The Good Dinosaur. Inside Out. Inside Out is beautiful, has so much about, it just shows you your emotions, and it is emotional as well. Has the emotion that Pixar have always brought to movies. It's a very original and fresh idea. It's very funny. It's bright and beautiful to watch, and this is just a lovely return after Pixar not making any films for a little bit, and I just loved it. And number 5 is one of my favourite sci-fis of the year, and one of my favourite sci-fis of all time now. That is Ex Machina. Ex Machina was such a surprise, and it's about AI, and it's a thing that makes you sort of not trust people after seeing it. Don't really have a bad thing to say about it. Everyone did brilliant performances, and just when it got to the end, I was like just amazed by everything. It gets sci-fi right. It's written perfectly by Alex Garland. And yeah, I love Ex Machina, and like this list is just me saying films that I love in 2015. In at number 4 is one of my favourite horrors of the year, and one of the most original and fresh horrors to me, and that is It Follows. It Follows just has one of the most amazing soundtracks. This really crazy, cool synth soundtrack by Disaster Piece, I mean, and it's such a good film. And it gets under your skin. And I saw this twice in the cinema, and then I've watched it a few times on Blu-ray as well. And it's a great film. And one, if you have not seen this, is one of the best horrors that we've had in a long time. Many great horror directors did speak about this and say it was an amazing film. And I'm just excited to see what this director does next, because this was just an amazing film. Didn't feel the need to be filled with jump scares, and just got everything right with what it did. In at number 3 is one of my favourite action spy movies of the year that was better than the Bond movie we got this year. Yeah, I'm just going to say that. And that is Kingsman: The Secret Service. Kingsman: The Secret Service was Matthew Vaughn giving us the great action, over-the-top, brilliantly choreographed action scenes, brilliantly edited, just like with Kick-Ass. And we got that with a spy movie with just these really over-the-top fight scenes, ridiculous violence, and I just loved everything about it. And it's just one of the most most fun that I've had in the cinema this year. I saw it twice, and like I finished the film in the cinema the first time seeing it, and was just already filled with excitement. And I saw it, I think it was like 2 days later, and I loved it. And yeah, if you've not seen Kingsman: Secret Service, then definitely do see it. It takes the mick out of all these great spy movies and has so much fun with it. And I'm very excited for the sequel, and I really hope that it is great. In at number 2 is one of the best films of the year, and one of the best films of all time. I wasn't a fan of the original Mad Max movies. Like, I think they are good in their own right, and do have good moments, and I understand why people do like them, but I found the first one to be quite bland and boring in my opinion, and just had this whole weird romance story halfway through, and it was very slow. Mad Max Fury Road is just incredible, just from the soundtrack, just from Tom Hardy's brilliant performance, from Charlize Theron as Ferosa. This is a film that didn't feel the need to objectify women or anything like that, and it just did it in a perfect way. The action was over the top as well, and it was a crazy film. I saw this 3 times in the cinema, and every single time it just flew by. Like, I think I was watching it the 3rd time, and all of a sudden it got to this point, and I was like, this came very quickly. It isn't a film that I was bored by watching it those times. I could watch this film over and over again and never get bored of it, because it is absolutely brilliant. If you have not seen Mad Max Fury Road, see it straight away. In at number 1, Mad Max Fury Road was number 1 for so long, and then last week we got a new film. That was Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Star Wars: The Force Awakens doesn't feel like it's a new film. It feels exactly like the original films, like Return of the Jedi, The Empire Strikes Back, and A New Hope. It feels like all those old films. It pays homage to those, and is just beautiful with everything, and just the brilliant performances. All these characters getting brought back. Even the little characters from the original films get brought back, and it's perfect in every single right. This wipes the prequels from your mind, and I just love it. I was filled with so much joy when I sat in the cinema. I was smiling so much, and BB-8 is the cutest thing that we have had in a film in such a long time. I just love every single thing about this film. Do not have a bad thing to say about it. It's the most fun that I've had in the cinema this year. And Star Wars fans, if you've not seen this, go and see it right away. Don't worry, it's J.J. Abrams has done a brilliant job, and I love it. And that is number 1 on the top 10 best movies of 2015. Say in the comments down below what your top 10 movies of 2015 are. Top 10 best movies of 2015. See what they are in the comments down below. And just remember, everyone, this is my opinion. because on the top 10 worst, it seemed that people came along with like, Smosh the movie isn't a bad movie, even though it wasn't in the top 10, it was a mention. Smosh the movie isn't a bad movie, it wasn't trying to be an Oscar movie. And then there was another one that was like saying Vacation and this on a bad movie with a question mark at the end. It's just my opinion, people. You may think one of these on this is a terrible film, but that's opinions, and I'm alright with opinions. That's all for today. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again very, very soon. I will probably be seeing you on Christmas Day. Just about to say I'll see you very, very soon. Do my goodbye. But I'll see you on Christmas Day, everyone. I just want to wish everyone a happy Christmas. Have a great Christmas, and I will see you on Christmas Day, everyone. Thank you very much. Goodbye.